What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? It's funny, I started YouTube second and I started Facebook first, yet YouTube still uploaded. But yet Facebook still got last. Like, what does that tell you about Facebook? I don't know. All good. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. 26. Good. 4110. Yeah, you tell him. Wkcv, the voice of Keystone College, is back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, guys, to What Else here on this fine Thursday night. Hey, guys, this is Sports Talks here on Wkcv, and I am, of course, your host, the one, the only. I don't know how many JTs there are on campus, so nonetheless, guys, I am your host, JT, for the evening. And guys, this is in fact the second to last show of the semester. I know it's upsetting. I'm upset a little bit too. Oh, but I mean, I can't do anything about it. So, semester's coming to an end, and I graduate. It's surreal to think that the end of my first senior semester is virtually over, and it's crazy because I sat at I was at my girlfriend's dorm the other day, and I was like, shit, or I was like, man, everything is really going through. Ooh, so yeah, but who knows? Pretty much, long story short, guys, everything has gone pretty well. Everything has gone pretty well as of late. I really, honestly, I do enjoy everything.
What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook?
As my phone decided to end the one story real quick. I don't know why. But yeah, if you guys don't know, I do go live on Facebook every once in a while. For it. So, yeah. For whatever reason, the story decided to cut the stream short. That's my fault on that. But nonetheless, guys, let's go ahead. Let's get into these picks. And yeah, for NFL, it's going to be Week 14. And honestly, who would have guessed that Week 14, we're starting up something brand new? Ooh, Week 14, starting up something brand new. And really, tonight's game is not easy whatsoever. It is not. Starting off, it's Jacksonville against Tennessee. And the sad thing is, Jacksonville plays well when they're not supposed to. And at the same time, they also play bad when they shouldn't. And so, real quick, and you also got to remember, they were without Fournette for a couple of days. So, that also throws in a little bit. But really, the thing that I'm thinking right now is that if Bortles was the better quarterback, then I'd probably take Jacksonville on this. And the last time they faced off a couple weeks ago was September 23rd. And it was a 9-6 final. Well, and really, I don't know, man. And who would I want in this one? Would I want Cody Kessler behind center, or would I want Mariota behind center? Or honestly, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say it's in Tennessee. But then again, both teams have been huge question marks this year. And it's a case of, do I really think that Jacksonville gets their 9th loss tonight against the Titans, when next week they actually have, next week I think they have, if I'm right, so I'm looking it up. I think it's another AFC, or I think it's another divisional game for them, if I'm right. No, they're actually against Washington, so, I know I'm going to be picking Jacksonville next week against Washington. But this week, I'm going to go ahead. I will pick against them. I will go with Tennessee on this one. Definitely do think that Tennessee knows how to get it done on tonight. I think the home field advantage is definitely going to help them out, and the fact that they've already beaten this defense once, that will help out. Like, if you ask me who has the better defense, obviously it's Jacksonville. Oh, but if you ask me who has the better offense, it's a mix. It's simply because of the quarterback situation, and honestly, well, for Tennessee, it's everything except quarterback in a sense. No, although Mariota has a problem, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to stay safe. I'm going to go with Tennessee on that one. Rams against the Bears. This one is going to be... Oh, wait, that's the 8:20 game? You know what? I'll just say this for a quick key before I get to the pick. Honestly, I think that game is going to be a very good game. I think it's going to be a very defensive game, simply because of the fact that the Bears, honestly, it's going to be in Chicago, but the thing that's going for me is that had the Bears beat the Giants last week, I would have turned around and I would have said, Chicago's going to go ahead and they're going to win. Had Chicago won, I would have said it's going to be a lot more, closer than what you would think. But unfortunately, it's not. But gonna go ahead. I'll save that game for later because it is the prime time game, guys. So gonna go ahead. Let's go with the Jets-Bills game. I'll pick the Rams-Bears game later. So Jets-Bills. I'm gonna go ahead. I am gonna go with the Bills on this one, simply because of the fact that the Jets have been struggling themselves this year as of late. They've been honestly up and down, really. And literally, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Oh, they turned around. They faced the Bills. They lost 41-10, and in MetLife. So it's Josh Allen against Sam Darnold, but really, it's also who's gonna suck against who isn't gonna suck. Honestly, that's probably the best way to put it. But honestly, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say the Bills get it done. I think that that win over that win a couple weeks ago. I definitely think that's gonna help them out a lot. Definitely give them a little bit of momentum. And Buffalo. The Jets actually lost last week as well. That's another reason I'm gonna go with them. And the Bills kept it close against Miami. But honestly, I think Buffalo gets it done. So give me the Bills in that one. Carolina against Cleveland. For whatever reason, whenever I picked Cleveland, they've actually done well. Oh, and the scary thing is, last week I didn't pick them and they lost against the Texans, but yet they still played amazing. So the question is, when they turn around and when they go up against Carolina, who's been losing 3-4 in a row. Lost to Detroit. Hang on. Let's run it down real quick. So Carolina lost to Pittsburgh. Lost to Detroit. They lost to Tampa last week. And then a couple weeks ago, and then they also lost to Seattle. So the question is, can you pick Carolina? Honestly, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say no for this one. I'm going to say no. Don't pick Carolina for this one. I'm going to go again with the upset. I'm going to go with Cleveland. And like I said, Carolina's lost, I believe, 4 or 5 in a row right now. Oh, they're struggling. Cleveland is, honestly, they're on and off, but yet they're playing well. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with the Browns on this one. Browns get it done at home against Carolina. I think that Cam Newton's struggles continues. I think Ron Rivera, his struggles as a head coach continue. And I think he possibly gets released this week. Or gets released after the loss to Cleveland. I'm just making a prediction on that. So give me Cleveland in the matchup against the Panthers. Green Bay against Atlanta. Both teams have been struggling as of late. However, I think that Green Bay steps it up. I think that Atlanta can turn around and definitely keep. Now, hear me out. They can definitely keep with the Packers. They definitely can. However, I don't think they keep with the Falcons this week. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Green Bay gets it done. Indianapolis against Houston. Dude, what can't you say about Houston that isn't a good vibe? Really, they're playing out of their mind. they have won virtually every week after starting the season 0-3. So pretty much the question is, do they go 10 in a row? I say yeah. I say Houston gets it done, but it's a divisional game, and I think they just turn around. I think they just, they add on to their playoff record and really keep in the running for a high seed. Because right now, if you look at the standings, they're 9-3. So is New England. Right now, if New England slips up, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure both teams did face off. But if New England, think of it like this: if New England slips up, Houston takes that spot. So I'm gonna go ahead. I will go with Houston on that one, simply because of the fact that, like I said, if they keep playing the way they do, and they honestly play out of their minds, I think that they have more than enough to take it. And yeah, they actually, like I said, they they lost. So nonetheless, Patriots did beat them, so I did see that. But nonetheless, I think that Houston gets it done. Baltimore against Kansas City. Honestly, Kansas City, honestly, pretty good week last week for Kansas City. 40-33 win over Oakland. Then again, it was Oakland. And for whatever reason, it seems as though everybody's beating Oakland this year. And that's becoming, like, no surprise to anybody. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say it like this. I think Kansas City, I think they need to burn off some steam and everything like that. It's in Kansas City, and I think that Baltimore, this is going to be a really good quarterback matchup, honestly. If you're a fan of quarterback matchups, this is going to be a good one, because it's going to be Lamar Jackson against Patrick Mahomes, and the only question is, how many touchdown passes is Patrick Mahomes going to throw? How many rushing touchdowns is Lamar Jackson going to run in? I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to say it like this. I think that Kansas City goes ahead, they get it done. I think that Lamar Jackson struggles against the Kansas City defense. However, I think he does still perform a little bit well, but he definitely does show his struggles. So I'm going to go ahead. I will go with Kansas City on this one. This one is not going to take long. New England against Miami. I'm going with New England. Although, hang on, I will say it like this. I think that if you do have Amendola on your fantasy, I think Amendola does have a big week this week, simply because of the fact that this is his second time facing New England. And I think that, I think he wants to prove what they could have re-signed in the offseason. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say New England on this one. I'm not going with Miami in the upset. Although I do think that Miami is probably the main team in that division that can honestly beat New England. But I definitely do think that New England gets it done. So, like I said, give me the Pats on that one. Saints against the Bucks. Now, the line is at 8 right now. All right, it's an 8-point line. However, this is the thing, with New Orleans, this is the thing with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, for whatever reason, they like to go on these little, spark runs, I want to call them. They'll do really bad, and they'll turn around and they'll struggle. They'll lose 3 in a row, and this is Tampa Bay. They'll lose 3 in a row. Then they'll turn around. They'll play amazing football, and they'll win in 3 in a row just to match it. Right now they are 5-7. Unfortunately, that is not going to cut it in the AFC or in the NFC South. Not even close to cutting it, simply because of the fact that let's be real. Well, New Orleans is playing out of their minds right now. Oh, good. Now, do I trust Tampa Bay? Do I trust Jameis Winston against the New Orleans defense? It's absolutely not. That's why I started New Orleans defense on fantasy this week. Because I don't trust Jameis behind center. Honestly, I think that, if... How can I put it? I think that if Tampa Bay turns around and they shape everything up, they get a quarterback, and everybody's going to be like, oh, but they have Jameis. Oh, they have, they have Fitzmagic and everything like that. And I understand that, but Fitzpatrick will have, good 3-week runs, like I said, and then, with Jameis, it's, honestly, it's I guess you could say a bag of grapes in a sense. You don't know what, in a sense, you're going to get some bad ones, you're going to get some good ones. And a lot of people are going to turn around and say, oh, well, I don't know what grapes you're buying. Well, honestly, it's in a lot of grapes, and eventually some of them go bad. So, Oh, I'm going to go ahead. I am going to go with New Orleans. It'll probably be close up until about the third quarter. And then I say New Orleans just absolutely pulls away. So I'm going with New Orleans on that one. Giants against the Redskins. You know what? I was going to be picking the Redskins on this one. But then I read that every quarterback for Washington went down. Colt McCoy went down. Alex Smith went down. And the thing is, the thing is with this one, guess who the starter is? Guess who the starter is? The starter for Washington, I kid you not, is Mark Sanchez. Okay? It is Mark Sanchez. And the thing that I find funny about it is that it's going to be Eli Manning against Mark Sanchez. And both of them have done atrocious. And I mean atrocious. And it's not like... And pretty much they got... at running back, it's pretty much Saquon Barkley against Adrian Peterson. So that's going to be an interesting matchup to see. And then it's going to be Odell Beckham against Jordan Reed. Nonetheless, as I think that with Mark Sanchez behind center, that's just going to be a joke right now. I really do think that it's going to be a joke with Sanchez behind center. Although Washington did win in the last matchup, I really don't think they're going to go ahead, and I don't think they're going to win with Mark Sanchez. I don't care if he's reached 2 AFC championships. I really don't. I don't think it's GOAT versus GOAT. I don't think it's, 2 elite quarterbacks going at it. I think it's going to be, interceptions are going to be high. I think that it's going to be a high-scoring game. Or it could be like that Miami Jet game where it was nothing but turnovers and 3 and out. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with New York on this one. I'm going with the Giants. Never thought I'd pick them this year. They avoid elimination again. And unless, Dallas wins this week. Nonetheless, I'm going to go with the Giants on it. I trust New York. I think that the Giants can get it done. And so, yeah. Cincinnati against the Chargers. Alright, so I know a lot of people are turning around. They're getting on my case. They're like, oh, what did you think about the Chargers game last week with the Steelers? Honestly, I think it was really... Honestly, I think it was terribly officiated. That's the best way I can put it. That's the best way you can put it. It was terribly, terribly officiated. It's simply because of the fact that you had multiple missed calls. The way I look at one of the calls is pretty simple. Well, it was an offsides call. Hang on. Now, real quick, everybody's gonna turn around and say, go ahead, blame the refs. I mean, excuses and everything. And the sad thing is, honestly, this is what I'm gonna say. Hey, it's not excuses when it actually turns into facts and you actually have the replay evidence. And it's because you look at here. Let's look at the very first scoring touchdown for Los Angeles. Let's look at it. It was a touchdown pass from Phillip Rivers to I believe it was Travis Benjamin, and 46 yards. Yeah, no problem. Nothing wrong with that, except there was some cat on the line. His name was Sam Tavee. He was getting a little jumpy and everything like that. And the sad thing is you look at the play, you look at the replay. I think everybody just went dead for about 3 seconds because everybody knew. Everybody in the stands, all the coaching staff, both coaching staffs knew. Both teams knew. And pretty much, I will give Benjamin and Rivers credit for, continuing the play because they did not hear a whistle. However, let's look at the final score. 33-30. Take that touchdown back because of the flag. Hey, take that touchdown. I'm just saying, take the touchdown back because of the flag. Hey, right? Pretty much, it's a 27-30 game. So, yeah, pretty much, it'd be 27-30 if I'm right. Nonetheless, it's turnaround, as I said. Hey, you take it back, even if they get a field goal. Oh, still a tie game. Still got to go. Actually, no, it would be because of the extra point. And so 7 minus 33. I'm showing off my math skills real quick. I believe that would be. Oh man. And again, this is. I think it'd be 20. Man, I am struggling right now to do basic math. It's late, but nonetheless, it'd be 26. Okay, so I was one off. I forgot about the extra point. My bad. Nonetheless, it's like I said. You take that touchdown off, say they get the field goal, right? It's still 29 to 30. All right, call it excuses, call it whatever you want. All I'm saying is this: think about what that touchdown would have been, and had it gotten called back. That's all I'm saying. Think about it like that. Nonetheless, I will have Los Angeles their due. They did get the win last week. They did play well. Well, however, I am going to go ahead. I am going to say that I think that Los Angeles goes ahead. I think the Chargers go ahead. They get it done against Cincinnati, because I think that Cincinnati is probably one of the weaker teams, like, showing up this year in the AFC North, or honestly getting blown out. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say the Chargers. There's on that one. Denver against San Francisco. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Denver on that one. Simply because of the fact that I think the Broncos are playing pretty hot right now. I believe they did win last week, right? Yeah, they won. They beat Cincinnati. So pretty much, they feed off of that. They feed off to their past two wins against the Steelers and the Bengals, and I think that they turn around, they jump into Levi Stadium, make an impact, and I think that Denver wins. And Detroit against Arizona. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead. I am gonna pick Detroit in this one. However, I wouldn't be surprised if this game. I wouldn't be surprised if I get this game wrong, simply because of the fact that, for whatever reason, like I said, Arizona likes to play well. But the thing is, Arizona right now has, in a sense, they have nothing to play for. They're virtually eliminated. They're virtually eliminated from playoff contention. They, honestly, I don't think that, I don't think it's going to end well for them. And I mean, hey, look on the bright side. Rams actually did clean game back. So pretty much, Dallas has everything to lose. Philly has everything to gain. All right? Now, a lot of people are going to turn around and be like, oh, don't you always pick against Dallas and everything like that? I don't always pick against them. Right now, I'm looking at it like this. Folks, all right? Dallas has everything to lose. Philadelphia has everything to gain. Yes, it's in Dallas. However, if you turn around and say that, Philadelphia is not going to play, or if you turn around and say that, Philadelphia is not going to play, like the division's not on the line, honestly, you're wrong. I mean, yes, Dallas won already, but this would be to tie the series. All right. Hey, this would tie the series. And all Philadelphia would have to do is just win one more game and have Dallas lose one more game as well. And pretty much Philly's right back in it. And pretty much Philly's right back in it. Okay, so right now, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Philadelphia gets it done. All right? They already lost in Philly. All right? Hey, they already lost in Philly. The Eagles already lost in Dallas, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with Philadelphia. Because, honestly, they're playing for a little bit more revenge. But, yeah. Nonetheless, they're playing for the division right now. So I'm going to go with Philadelphia. Pittsburgh against Oakland. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to say that Pittsburgh gets it done. And, honestly, Pittsburgh needs to step on their shoulder. And a lot of people, again, are going to be like, oh, don't you always pick Pittsburgh? Yeah, I pick Pittsburgh not because I'm a fan. All right, listen. And I'll say it like this. I hop on this mic. I'm not a fan of any team. I'm really not. All right, I'm not a Steelers fan. I'm not a Yankee fan. I'm not a Devils fan. I'm none of that. All right? The reason I picked Pittsburgh is because it's usually hard to pick against them. They're usually a favorite in the line. I mean, honestly, I'm probably going to be debating on picking them against New Orleans. And it's just a heads up on that. So, yeah. Well, really, and plus that, like I said, it's Oakland they're facing. And why would you not pick... Tell me why you would pick Oakland this year. They're eliminated from the playoffs. Alright, they're done. John Gruden is a joke of a coach. Okay? He is a joke of a coach. I don't think that Oakland can get anything started against Pittsburgh this week. I think that Pittsburgh, again, like I said, comes up with a chip on their shoulder. I think that chip definitely rubs off, and I think that Pittsburgh goes ahead and they actually do well. Oh, and in terms of, no James Conner right now, that's fine. No Le'Veon, that's fine. Fine. It's always been it's going to be a case of next man up. Stephen Ridley is next man up. So pretty much, is it going to change the gameplay? Who knows? Is it going to change anything? I couldn't tell you. I'm not calling the plays for Tomlin. And like I said, I think that Pittsburgh goes ahead. They get it done against Oakland. Rams against the Bears. This one's actually, like I said, I kind of gave a couple of keys earlier. I think that, nonetheless, as hopping into the Rams and Chicago game. Now, like I said earlier, I think this would be a lot closer had Chicago, beat the Giants last week. However, I think that, losing to the Giants is going to be a little bit in the back of their minds in a sense. I think they're going to be a little bit mad about it. However, the Rams have just been playing, I said it for New Orleans, I said it for Kansas City, out of their minds. And really, the way I can look at it for the Rams is simply because of the fact for the Rams, they have been playing out of their mind. They just clinched the playoff spot. So right now, they're pretty much going to be playing as if, each week is going to be a playoff game. And they honestly, need to turn around. They need to they need to step up for backtrack. Chicago needs to play as if, they're going to be in the playoffs. And honestly, a lot of teams could probably clinch this week. I think, taking a look at it, New Orleans can definitely clinch. It's New England has the potential to clinch. If I'm right. Houston can clinch. Yeah. I think that honestly, do I think that Chicago's going to be having that Giants game in the back of their mind? Absolutely, yes. However, do I think they're going to think of it as a positive and a negative? Yeah. But really, I think that, and you also got to throw in this, is Gurley is in the running for MVP. All right. Do I think he gets it? I couldn't tell you. Right now, Gurley's going to be playing for that MVP because right now he has to go up against Mahomes, and however Mahomes does, Gurley has to do better, if not just as well. But nonetheless, and plus that, it's Chase Daniels behind center. I honestly, if it was Mitch Trubisky, I'd turn around and it was Chase Daniels behind. If it was Mitch Trubisky, I'd probably say I'd go with Chicago. But I am going to go ahead. I am going to say the Rams. It is a 3-point game. But, like I said, give me the Rams on that one. Seattle against Minnesota. I'm going to go ahead and... You see, this is the thing. Like I said, and Seattle's been playing well when they should. And this game is going to mean everything for Minnesota because it would be... because they have a tie on their hands right now. And if they get the win, and pretty much their win percentage goes up. And right now, like you look at the second place records and everything like that, a 7-5-1 record could go a long way. Because you got, a 7-5-1 record could go a long way because you would have Dallas if they lose at 7-6, or you'd have Philly at 6-7. And you'd have Carolina at 6-7, and you'd have Seattle at 7-6 if they lose. This is if those teams lose and everything like that, or if they win, it'd be 7-6. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with Minnesota, or where is it? It's in Seattle. Oh, who has? All right, what did Minnesota? Here, this is how I'm gonna go again. Who won last week? Did Minnesota win last week? They did not. They lost to New England, and Seattle actually. I believe Seattle won, right? Yep, Seattle actually killed San Francisco. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I am gonna go with San Francisco on that one. And I'm going with not San Francisco. Oh, I'm going with Seattle. I'm getting my teams mixed up. I was reading a couple of results from last week. I was reading who Seattle was facing last week. Nonetheless, I'm going with Seattle on this one, simply because of the fact that they dropped 43 against Seattle, or against San Francisco. There we go. I can speak today. Hey, nonetheless, gonna go ahead, going with Seattle on this one. In CenturyLink, I think that Seattle goes ahead. They pick it up a little bit. And like I said, the way that Seattle has to play right now, I think that Seattle needs to, yeah. I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I'll go with Seattle. All right, guys, so that's going to go ahead. That's going to do it for picks this week. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead. I'll turn it over to 2 songs this week. Simply because of the fact that, yeah. Honestly, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling 2 songs for whatever reason. And so, yeah. All right, I'll turn it over to 2 songs, and then we'll come right back. And we'll talk a little bit about Bulls for next week. And we'll also talk a little baseball in a sense, too, because I know, let's go. As you know, a couple of people got signed this week. So, yeah. Let me go ahead. Like I said, turn it over to 2 songs. And, guys, I will be right back. Guys, you are listening to Wkcv, the voice of Keystone College. Alright, now whoever said something about that Steelers game, I get it. Long story short, it's done. However, like I said, you take back the call. Oh, who knows? Who knows? I didn't say that they wouldn't have scored. I said they might get a field goal. Did I or did I not? I said they might get a field goal. Harper is deep in talks with the Red Sox. Hang on, here's my question. Why would he sign with the Red Sox? Why? Honestly, I know why he would sign with the Red Sox. But at the same time, I don't think the Red Sox... How can I put it? The reason the Red Sox would probably sign Harper is simply because of the fact that, the Yankees are in the mix, with signing him. We'll see what happens. I'll put it to you like that. I'll be keeping an eye on it. Sanchez and Joe. Alex Smith battling post-op infection, career maybe, and ooh. Damn, that's tough. Sheesh. WKCV, the voice of Keystone College, is back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, guys, to Sports Talks here on WKCV, the voice of Keystone College. Guys, is back. And I can't tell you guys how excited I am right now for NCAA. All right, bowls are right are right around the corner, like literally 2 weeks from now. First bowl is actually going to be December 14th. It's going to be it's going to be at Salem Stadium. It's not saying what bowl it is for whatever reason. But nonetheless, it's going to be a good game, and it should be pretty entertaining, in my opinion. So I definitely think that if we all know the committee and everything like that for NCAA, they're going to toss together. It's going to be a Division III football championship game. So may not matter, but still, it'll be good. And then it's Division II on it'll be Division II championship on the 15th. So Division III championship. Hey, we ain't gonna be seeing Keystone there until next year, right, guys? Yeah. All right. Way to talk good about your school. Nice. All right. Now let's go ahead. Let's get into actual games. Let's get into actual bowls that are gonna be happening. And you got a couple of them, and I'm gonna go ahead and I think this week. Part of me saying go with all of them, and I think I will. And you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's knock out all the bowls. Let's make out predictions for this week, and then next week I'll take a look at the games again, and then I will give you guys a full idea as to if I am gonna stick with those picks and everything like that. That or next week I'll just give you guys baseball again. So nonetheless, let's go ahead. Let's make some of these picks right now. So gonna go ahead, start off with the Auto Nation in Cure Ball. It's gonna be Tulane against Louisiana right now. Tulane is a 3-point favorite. Honestly, I'm gonna say it like this. I think Andre Nunez has a good game. In passing, I think he plays well. I think Trey Ragas has a pretty good game on the ground, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with Tulane on that one. North Texas against Utah State. Honestly, I'm going to say it like this. I think Utah State takes his big in the New Mexico Bowl. So, yeah, like I said, give me Utah State on that one. Arizona State against Fresno State. 8 in the Las Vegas Bowl. Now, this is what I'm going to say. Usually, I would go ahead and I would say that, ASU is going to take this one. However, Fresno State is, honestly, it's a 4.5-point favorite for Arizona State. However, a lot of people, and I get Arizona is not that far out from, Vegas. However, it's, in a sense, it's the same thing for Fresno. Fresno is not that far. Honestly, Vegas is not that far from California, nor is Arizona from Vegas. So honestly, if you ask who it's gonna favor in terms of location-wise, I say it's pretty much even. But nonetheless, I think that Marcus McCarrion, he goes ahead. He definitely gets it done. Keyshawn Johnson, in for Fresno State. I think all of them go ahead. They get what they I think they definitely go ahead. 11-2 on the year. I think that at Fresno State goes ahead. I think the Bulldogs take the Las Vegas Bowl on this one. And so, yeah, that one's going to be at 3:30. Real quick, I'll go ahead. I'll say the date. Real quick, the games that I'm listing off right now, these games are actually going to be on December 15th. So that is going to be next Saturday. It's going to be 2 Saturdays from now. So pretty much not this weekend, because this weekend is actually going to be the Navy-Army game. And why not? I'll go ahead. I'll give you a pick for this one. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Army. He gets it done simply because of that Navy's been struggling this year, and usually Navy does well against Army. I mean, both teams play really well because it's a case of go Navy beat Army, or it's go Army beat Navy. And honestly, I'll say it like this. I think that, it's always a good game to watch. So if you guys haven't seen a Navy-Army game, definitely should. So I'm going to go ahead, though. I am going to say that Army gets it done. It's in finance. It's going to be in Lincoln Financial. But I think that, Army continues their hot streak against Navy. I think Kelvin Hopkins gets it done. And so, give me Navy. Or give me Army, I should say. My bad. Hey, give me Army on that one. Georgia Southern against Eastern Michigan. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Eastern Michigan gets it done in the upset for the Raycom Media Bowl. Well, I think that Taylor Wiggers, hope I said his last name right. Hey, I think he definitely has a good game passing. I think he definitely, surveys the field well. I think that, like I said, I think Eastern Michigan goes ahead. And I think that EMU makes their passes. I think EMU gets it done. So Oh, give me Eastern Michigan on that one. Appalachian State against Middle Tennessee. I'm going to go with Appalachian State. Appalachian State has honestly, they've been really well this year. I definitely think that they can get it done. So, and that game is going to be at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. That's going to be in New Orleans. That's the RL Carriers Bowl. Oh, so, yeah. All right, then you got UAB against Northern Illinois in the, what's it called? Oh, Cherry Bundy, the Boca Raton Bowl. Oh, I hope I said that right. Nonetheless, as Spencer Brown and UAB get it done. Spencer Brown has a huge game on the ground. And so, give me UAB. Be in that one. And so, yeah. That game, like I said, is going to be on Tuesday, December 18th. That is going to be a 7 o'clock kickoff. For those of you wondering. 8 o'clock kickoff. This one's going to be the DXL Frisco Bowl. Well, it's going to be San Diego State against Ohio. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Ohio gets it done. I think that, honestly, Ohio has definitely the advantage in all three categories in terms of quarterback, rushing, and receiving. I think that Poppy White, he has a big game in receiving. I think Nathan Rourke, he definitely finds his targets throughout the game, and I definitely think that A.J. Outlet, it has a good game. So I'm going to go ahead. I will go with Ohio on that one. Marshall against South Florida. I'm going to go ahead. This is the Bad Boy Mowers Bowl. Oh, I'm going to go with South Florida on this one. Simply because of the fact that, South Florida, give or take, Marshall is no stranger either to bowls, but I think that, South Florida has definitely gotten a feel for what it's been like to be at a bowl more than once this year. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that South Florida gets it done. They win the Bad Boys Bowl. That actually sounds like a really cool whole bowl. and plus that, it's in Raymond James Stadium, so it's in Tampa. In a sense, USF have usually, when they play Raymond James, they usually do well. So nonetheless, I'm gonna go with the USF on that one. On Toledo against Florida International, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with Toledo. I think that Toledo gets it done. Definitely think they show a lot of promise. I think that Bryant Kovac gets it. It's a lot of touches on the ground. I'm gonna go with Toledo in a little bit of a blowout. Oh, that game going to be at 12:30. That's going to be on December 21st, for those of you wondering. And that's the Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl. Then the Idaho Potato Bowl. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say BYU in a blowout for this one. And I know Western Michigan has a couple of... Western Michigan definitely has a lot of standouts and everything like that, but I think that BYU is just going to be too much. I think the defense at BYU is going to be pretty good. But that's going to be a 4 o'clock kickoff. That's going to be on December 21st. So, yeah. December 22nd is Memphis against Wake Forest. That's going to go ahead. That's going to be the Jared Binghamton Bowl. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Wake Forest gets it done. I think that it's going to be an upset. It's simply because of the fact that how can I put it? I think that Wake Forest definitely, they wake up, because Wake Forest wants to turn around. They want to get back to where they were a couple of years ago. Oh, obviously they want to get ranked and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, I will go with Wake Forest on that one. Houston against Army. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say it like this. It's the Armed Forces Bowl, and Army has been playing in, what's it called? Well, I think Army's been playing really well as of late, and I think that them potentially beating Navy. This is how I'm going to pick it. I think that if they beat Navy, I think they ride off that momentum, and I'm going to say that Army does beat Houston in that one. However, if they lose to Navy, I'm going to say that this one goes a lot closer than you think. And I haven't gotten to the Pinstripe Bowl yet. So, Buffalo against Troy. Hey, in the Dollar General Bowl, I'm going to say Buffalo. Oh, so, yeah. Give me Buffalo. Oh, on that one. And Hawaii against Louisiana Tech. I'm going to go with Hawaii in the Hawaii Bowl, simply because of the fact that, folks, let's be real. Well, it's in Hawaii, okay? It's the Sophie Hawaii Bowl. Also, give me Hawaii on that one. At Aloha Stadium in Honolulu. It's pretty much a home game for Hawaii, but they just got thrown in as the, But they just got thrown in as the away team. So, Boston College against Boise State in the Server Spawner Bowl. I didn't tell you guys when those games were, did I? Nope, I did. I said it was the 2nd. Or I said it was the 22nd. And real quick, for those of you who would be possibly getting home late from work or something like that, you got the Hawaii-Louisiana Tech Bowl going for you. Because that game is going to be actually at 10:30. So, yeah. Like I said, you got that bowl going for you. Boston College against Boise State. Honestly, I'm going to say that Boise State blows out Boston College. I think that, Boise State had a good year this year, 10-3. Being number 25 in the nation. I think that they turn around. I think that they hop in and they actually prove that, that they're... how can I put this? I think that they want to get a higher ranking for next season. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with Boise State. On that one. Minnesota against Georgia Tech. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Georgia Tech gets it done. I think that in the Quick Lane Bowl in Detroit, I think that, Detroit... I think Minnesota can't keep it close. That's the thing. And the thing is, never underestimate a Big Ten team. However, I don't think that Minnesota... How can I put it? I don't think Minnesota shows... they'll show life, but they won't show too much. I think Georgia Tech is just going to be too much. So I'm going to go with Georgia Tech on that one. On California against TCU, that's going to be the Cheez-It Bowl. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say TCU gets it done. And I'm going to say Jalen Rager goes ahead. I think he has a big game receiving. I think that, he definitely shows a little bit of promise. I think that at TCU gets back to, honestly, I think the Horned Frogs need to get it together, and I think that's probably the game that they can. So, nonetheless, give me TCU on that one. On Thursday, December 27th is going to be the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl. This is going to be right after, these are games that are going to be after Christmas Day and Christmas Eve. So, nonetheless, Temple against Duke in the Walk-Ons Independent Bowl. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that, I'm going to say Temple blows out Duke. I'm going to say Temple blows out Duke in a big one. I think Raquel Armstead is a big game on the ground. So, yeah, give me Temple on that one. On Miami against Wisconsin in the New Era Pinstripe Bowl, at Yankee Stadium. I think this is going to be a really good... I think this is going to be a very, very hard-hitting matchup. Wisconsin against Miami. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that... give me my... do I want to go with Wisconsin? Do I want to go with Bucky Badger? Or do I want to go with the U? I think I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm going to go with the U on this one. I think Miami goes ahead. They stop their struggles in a sense. And so I think that, then again, it's up in New York on the 27th of December. I think Miami justice to the call and everything like that. I'm going to go with Miami on that one. Give me the U. Because I know the U usually has a lot of prospects. Coming out. How can I put it? Backtrack all that. Miami usually has a lot of college prospects that usually get drafted by the NFL. Also, I'm going to go ahead. I am going to go with Miami. On that one. Baylor against Vanderbilt. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Vandy gets it done. I think Vandy, he turns around and that's going to be, by the way, the Academy Sports Bowl. Also, give me Vandy on that one. I think Vandy has a big game. I think that Kyle Schumer, I think he has a great game. And he passes well. So give me Vanderbilt. Purdue against Auburn. For a second there, I thought it said UCF, and I was about to turn around and be like, okay, so this is the game that UCF has to make an impact in. But honestly, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Auburn gets it done. Purdue is definitely going to show. This is definitely going to be a good matchup between both teams. Purdue hits hard, and Auburn. It's the divisions that they're in. You also got to remember that. Because, Purdue, they're in the Big Ten, and you got to remember where each team is. Alright, Purdue's in the Big Ten, and pretty much they go up against, teams such as Ohio State, Michigan, in Penn State, Wisconsin, Northwestern and Company, and Iowa. And I'll even throw in Iowa. And then you got Auburn, and they go up against teams, and their constant competition, every year is Alabama, Texas A&M, LSU, Georgia. So really, it's two teams in two very hard-hitting divisions. So I'm going to go ahead. I am going to say that Auburn gets it done, though. Oh, I think it's going to be a close game. However, I think Auburn definitely pulls away simply because of the fact that Auburn had a down year this year. If you're looking at Auburn went 7-5 this year. For Auburn, that is not good. But anytime Auburn isn't ranked to end the season, usually Auburn goes into their bowl game if they make a bowl game. Usually they go into the bowl game looking for blood. So I'm gonna go, like I said, I'm gonna go with Auburn on that one. West Virginia against Syracuse. This one's gonna be interesting. This one's gonna be interesting because I don't know if people remember back in 2006. I'm pretty sure both these teams were part of the Big East Conference. It's a while back. So. West Virginia against Syracuse. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with West Virginia. Simply because of the fact that, it's going to be an old rivalry renewed. I think that Syracuse definitely does play well. Or you know what? Let me take a look at Syracuse's schedule. Because I know Syracuse had a big year this year. They killed FSU. They beat Louisville. So that's kind of one former team they beat, and they lost to number 3, or they got killed by number 3 Notre Dame. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say that. Oh, that one's tough. Because I like both teams. I like this matchup because, like I said, it's a Big East rivalry renewed in a sense. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with West Virginia. West Virginia is usually, this is gonna make me sound old. Back in my day. Back in my day, hey, when these two teams faced off, it used to be a very hard-hitting rivalry, and it still is. Sometimes it has a tendency to be. Yeah, I think that when the rivalry gets renewed, I think that Syracuse shows that they've stepped up a lot since West Virginia left the conference. West Virginia left them, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say that West Virginia takes it, but in a very close game. And then the last game that I'm gonna go ahead and pick for the day, because I definitely want to end on a high note before I get into some of these other bowls. So, yeah, all right, yeah, that makes sense. I'll end on this bowl. I'll end on the Alamo Bowl. Well, it's Iowa State against Washington State, and honestly, I'm gonna go with. I think that David Montgomery definitely has a big game. However, I think that Washington State definitely does a lot better than what people think. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with Washington State, and that's where I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna leave it off for today because I definitely do want to make a couple of picks next week for NCAA Bowl. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, and real quick, I definitely do want to say one thing. Huge shout out to Urban Meyer. If you guys don't know, Urban Meyer, obviously Ohio State coach. Urban Meyer, he's retiring, man. And honestly, if you don't know who Urban Meyer is, honestly, that man, in my opinion, I think he definitely defines Ohio State football. I definitely think that, he can turn around and he's the man that, Iowa State has looked to. He's honestly, how can I put it? A lot of people would turn around and say that, Urban Meyer is one of the best. I think he definitely is. I think him and Nick Saban, I definitely enjoy watching those two go at it anytime if they make into a bowl together. So I'm going to go ahead and I will say that Urban Meyer retiring is definitely something that's a little bit upsetting, but at the same time, he's got to do what he's got to do. So, but nonetheless, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for listening. I definitely do appreciate it. Guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend. I definitely do hope you guys do enjoy it. Guys, there is a concert this weekend. If you don't know, there is concert on the 8th. That is, Saturday. And, yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. Not going to say to go to it. I will recommend it if you're not doing anything on campus. So, nonetheless, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely do appreciate it. I love you guys. And, guys, I will see you guys later. Take it easy, guys. All right. Thoughts on Urban Meyer retiring? Just said it. I think he's probably one of the best NCAA coaches of all time. Now is he actually... Now here's my question, because a lot of coaches say they'll be retiring, but then... Yeah, I'm going to go to the concert. I'm going to the concert. Oh. Alright, let's all get out of this. Alright. Hey, yeah, I'm going to be at the concert. Alright. YouTube! Take it easy, guys. I will talk to you guys later.